before a single slice of banana cake is ever baked. Its story begins here in the humid tropics.
Bananas are harvested at a very specific stage, mature but not yet fully ripe.
At the collection stations, the fruit is inspected and graded. Bananas with cuts, mold, or irregular growth are rejected.
From the fields, bananas enter a carefully controlled cold chain system. Cooling slows down the ripening process.
During transit, temperature and humidity are constantly monitored. Even a small deviation can accelerate ripening.
After days of controlled transport, the bananas finally arrive at the processing plant, the starting point of their
Every batch is registered into a traceability system. This allows the factory to track exactly where each banana came from, farm to oven.
From tropical farms through global logistics to sterile factory receiving lines, this is the first chapter of the banana cake's journey.
Once the bananas arrive at the factory, they don't go straight into production. First, they must ripen perfectly.
The bananas are placed inside sealed rooms. These chambers allow engineers to precisely control temperature, humidity.
Inside each banana, enzymes begin transforming dense starch into simple sugars, glucose and fructose.
Temperature inside the chamber usually remains between 15 to 20 managed humidity.
When the bananas reach peak ripeness, slightly soft, fragrant, and sugar-rich caramel, the chambers are vented and the fruit is in action.
With the fruit now perfectly matured, sweetness and flavor are locked in. The bananas are ready for the next.
Once the bananas reach peak ripeness, the transformation begins. Inside the processing hall, every surface.
The first step is surface washing. High-pressure food-grade water removes dust and field particles collected during harvesting and transport.
A controlled sanitizing rinse follows, reducing surface microbes before peeling. This prevents bacteria from
Next, the bananas enter automated peeling lines. Mechanical rollers guide each fruit into position, where soft-edge blades.
The peels are separated and collected. Instead of being wasted, many facilities send banana peels for composting or animal feed programs.
Inside stainless steel mashers, the ripe fruit is gently crushed into smooth pulp. This increases surface contents.
The banana pulp is transferred through sealed pipes into refrigerated holding tanks. Cooling prevents oxidation. Before mixing, samples are tested for viscosity, pH, and sugar concentration. These readings ensure every... Now the star ingredient, banana pulp, joins flour, sugar, eggs, and butter. This hall...
Every ingredient is measured by weight, down to fractions of a gram. Flour provides structure.
Liquid ingredients are pumped in through sealed food-grade lines. This keeps the system sterile and consistent.
Industrial planetary fixes rotate in two axes, orbiting while spinning.
Baking powder begins its chemical reaction the moment it meets moisture. Tiny bubbles of carbon dioxide form inside the batter, invisible now.
Texture matters. Too thick and the cake becomes heavy. Too thin and it collapses while baking.
Every batch is logged, sampled, and recorded. Consistency is everything in industrial baking, because
With the batter perfectly balanced, the next phase begins. Portioning machines fill each mold with identical...
The tins travel toward a continuous tunnel oven, the heart of industrial baking. Inside, temperature is...
Industrial ovens rely on forced convection, moving hot air evenly around every pan. This prevents hot spots and ensures uniform baking.
As the temperature climbs, the gas bubbles formed earlier expand, lifting the cake. Proteins in the eggs and flour.
On the surface, something remarkable happens. Natural sugars and proteins react together in what scientists call the Maillard.
Sensors inside the oven constantly monitor temperature, airflow, and baking curves. Operators can see, in real time,
After a carefully timed journey through the oven, the cakes emerge fully baked, golden.
Automated systems gently release each loaf from its pan. Mechanical consistency prevents damage, and automated systems gently release each loaf from its pan. Mechanical consistency prevents damage, and
When the cakes leave the oven, they are still extremely hot and full of trapped steam. Before slicing or packaging,
inside the loaf, moisture moves outward as the temperature drops. This period allows the crumb structure to... Filtered air circulates gently around the cakes, removing heat without drying the surface.
Technicians verify core temperature. The goal is to reach a safe and stable range, cool enough for slicing, but still warm.
once stabilized, slicing begins. High-precision blades move at controlled speed to avoid tearing the crumb.
Quality teams examine the internal crumb, checking for even cell structure, smooth texture, and correct moisture content.
In parallel, random samples undergo microbiological testing. Modern food factories operate with students.
Only after passing every inspection do the cakes continue forward, perfectly cooled, evenly sliced.
Once the cakes are cooled, sliced, and inspected, they move into one of the most important spaces in the factory, the packaging.
Each cake is individually flow-wrapped in a food-safe film. This barrier protects against moisture loss, oxygen exposure, and
for longer shelf-life products, factories may use modified atmosphere packaging. Air inside the wrap is replaced with a carefully balanced mix of gases.
Every seal must be perfect. Leak detection scanners test the integrity of each pack, because even a tiny...
Each pack receives a batch code and expiry date. Traceability allows the factory to track every loaf, from ingredient delivery to final shipment.
Wrapped units are grouped into cartons for safe transport. Robotics ensure even stacking pressure, preventing...
At the final quality gate, inspectors verify seal clarity, labeling accuracy, and pack hygiene.
With freshness sealed and shelf life protected, the banana cake is ready to leave the factory.
Once sealed and boxed, banana cakes enter the warehouse. Here, logistics takes over. Storage.
Temperature is kept within a stable range, cool enough to preserve freshness, warm enough to prevent condensation. Sudden temperature.
Robotic palletizers stack cartons with millimeter accuracy. Even weight distribution prevents crushing during transport.
Every carton is scanned and logged. This real-time inventory system calculates stock rotation, ensuring older batches leave the warehouse first.
When distribution time arrives, pallets are loaded directly into temperature-controlled trucks.
Modern logistics relies on data. Fleet management systems track every truck tow, optimizing routes to...
From the factory to regional distribution centers, the system repeats. Pallets are checked, scanned, and stored briefly.
And finally, the journey ends where the customer begins. Freshly sealed banana cake arrives safely on the shelf.
When banana cakes reach retail stores, quality protection continues. Deliveries follow strict schedules.
Before reaching shelves, the cakes rest in climate-controlled storage rooms.
Retailers follow the same FIFO principle used in the warehouse. First in, first out. Older batches move forward.
Packaging is designed not only for protection, but for ergonomics. Shape, stiffness, and surface friction allow the product to...
The bakery display area is carefully positioned away from heat sources or direct sunlight. Small changes in store temperature.
Retail teams perform periodic spot checks, verifying seal quality, aroma, crumb softness, and labeling accuracy.
Even the feel of the pack is engineered. The barrier film flexes ghrelin, allowing customers to sense softness without...
And so the industrial journey reaches its final stage. A product protected by engineering,
versions. Behind every slice of banana cake lies a network of engineering systems working in perfect rhythm.
Ripening food science ensures consistency.
Every loaf is verified for sweetness, structure, and moisture. Customers never see these tests.
Modern factories are also energy intelligent. Heat recovery systems reuse thermal energy from ovens.
Hygiene is engineered, not improvised. Clean-in-place systems sanitize pipes and tanks automatically, without dismantling equipment.
A single loaf travels thousands of kilometers, supported by farmers, engineers, food scientists, drivers, and retailers.
And in the end, banana cake becomes part of everyday moments. Shared breakfasts, afternoons.
The future of baking is increasingly data-driven. AI-based monitoring predicts equipment wear.
So when we see a simple slice of banana cake, we are also seeing chemistry, engineering,